Good morning, Math 10 students. Welcome to your first day of online schooling. I hope you all had a great March break. I hope you're doing well. I miss all of you. So first off, welcome Beth. Great to see you. What's new? Oh, great. That's wonderful. Hello, Aisha. How was your March break? Oh, that sounds wonderful. Hello, Charles. Roland. Did you have a nice March break? Great. Hope you're enjoying sleeping in sometimes. Hello, Lucas. Oh, what are you eating today? Pizza. Delicious. Oh, whoever's phone that was, you're not allowed phones at school. If you guys could hear that sound, my phone just rang. All right, and Ella, how are you today? Oh, wonderful. That's great. And Hannah, welcome back. How was your time in Belize? Oh, we've missed you, but we're so happy you're back. Wonderful. All right, so students, let's do a quick review of chapter 6 before we go on to our new questions. All right, let's review what M stands for. Slope, that's right. And we represent slope as rise over run. You may remember me in class doing the whole rise over run, okay? And we know rise would be our change in y. Our run back and forth would be our change in x. Or we could write that as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so that's how we find slope. That would be using two different points on a line, any 2 points. And remember, the big thing is when you're picking, you know, if you have x1, y1, x2, y2, whatever your points are, always stick in the same order, right? y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. You don't jump around your points. Okay, let's go to the different forms that a linear equation can take. Let's start with our slope-intercept form. Okay, does anyone remember our slope-intercept form, what that looks like? Yes, Hannah. That's correct. Y equals mx plus b. Let's talk about that. What information can we gather from this? Yes, the m is our slope, and b is the y-intercept. Very good. Okay, excellent. So if I gave you an equation like this, y equals 2 over 3x plus 5, your slope would be 2 over 3, and your y-intercept would be 5. Okay, the coordinate for that would be 0, 5. All right, let's go to slope point form. Slope point form looks like this. Y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. Okay, so same idea. This m is our slope. And if you remember, we talked about you can put any point on your line in for x1 and y1, okay? So if you had the point 2, 5, for example, okay, you could fill it in like this. Y minus 5 equals, let's say we know the slope is 7, bracket x minus 2. Okay, and then conversely, if we want to find out from this, what is a point on this line? The point would be 2, 5. Okay, remember it's the opposite when you're taking the point back out. Okay, the last form, our general form, looks like this. Ax plus by plus c equals 0. Okay, where a has to be a whole number. Okay, so whole number means it could be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, and b and c need to be integers. Integers. Okay, so that could be -5, -4, -3, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way up. Okay, so the big things to remember is you're not going to have any fractions anywhere, so you need to get rid of fractions, and we learned how to do that. And your first number cannot be negative. Okay, so if there's negative, you need to get rid of that as well. So that's a little review on that. Something as well, jumping back up to slope for a minute. If two lines are parallel, okay, what do we know about them? Yes, Lucas. Very good. They have the same slope. Okay, now what about perpendicular lines? Okay, I'll just give you a little, okay? They cross at a 90-degree angle. What do we know about them? Yes, Beth. That is right. They are the negative reciprocal slopes, or the slopes are negative reciprocals of one another. For example, if I gave you 4 over 5, and I said, what is the slope of the perpendicular line to that? Yes, Aisha? Yep, that's right. It would be negative 5 over 4. You take the opposite sign, okay? It was positive here, now it's negative, and you flip the fraction upside down. That's called the reciprocal. So it'd be 5 over 4, okay? So if you see these, you know these lines cross at a 90-degree angle, okay? And they are called perpendicular. Okay, jumping back down to y-intercepts. If I asked you to find the y-intercept, what information do you need to know, or what would be very helpful for you if you're just using an equation? Yes, Ella. That is right. That the x is 0 for your y-intercept, right? So if I have looking at my grid here, my y-intercept is wherever it crosses the y, okay? My x value all along here is 0, okay? And if we move to finding your x-intercept, yes, Charles, that is right. That's where your y equals 0, okay? So all along here, my y value is actually 0. So you could substitute in 0 for y in any equation, and you'll solve for your x-intercept, okay? Like we said, some forms are easier than others. Just, we know that the slope-intercept form really quickly gets us that. Because if we put in x is 0, this would be gone, and all you're left with is y equals, that's y. Okay, so that's a quick review of chapter 6. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, or you can send me an email, and I'm happy to go over anything. I'll be available to go do one-on-ones with students if they want to. You can also comment if there's questions as we go along doing this, and I can put out new videos going over specific questions. We'll just see whatever works for us as a class. So thanks for listening, and have a great day.